Good morning, everybody, and welcome. This is the regular Mason County Commission regular business meeting for October 8th, 2024. We're going to go ahead and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Monty, would you do us the honor of leading us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
I am finally here.
Commissioner District 2, Kevin Schutte.
I am still here.
Commissioner District 3, Sharon Travis.
I absolutely here.
I was waiting for something really incredible in that one. Again, welcome everybody. Next up, we have a quorum, so we're going to go ahead and move into correspondence and organizational business. Do we have correspondence to come before this commission?
We do. Nicole Gonzalez Timmons sent in an application for the Timberland Regional Library TRL Board of Trustees. Plushé and Carr LLP sent notice of appearance for Friends of Oakland Bay versus Mason County, Taylor Shellfish Farms.
Excellent. Is there any other correspondence or organizational business to come before us?
Not that I am aware of.
Next up, we're going to have open forum for citizens input. This is your opportunity to speak to the commission on any item that is not on the agenda. If it's on the agenda, we ask that you hold off. You'll be given an opportunity to speak at that time and perhaps testify if you want or ask questions. So again, if it's not on the agenda, this will be your opportunity to talk to us. I'll ask that you raise your hand. I will call on you. You'll be given a maximum of 3 minutes to speak. 15 minutes total for everybody, so please be brief if you don't have to. Please come forward, say your name and perhaps where you're from.
Good morning, Susan Kirchhoff. I'm from the Youth Connection. As a lot of you know, I have 2 drop-in centers in Mason County, and we provide 6 off-site shelter houses for youth 18 years old. We service 18 to 24-year-olds. Actually, we service 12 to 24-year-olds. Our off-site shelter houses service 18 to 24-year-olds. We have many programs that we work to help and prevent homelessness in Mason County. One of our missions is to stop chronic homelessness. Studies have shown that if we can attach and get to the young people at an earlier age, it prevents them from becoming a chronic homeless issue. Our goal is to always provide a safe and inclusive space for young people to connect with services, get items they need, and resource them out on things that we aren't capable of doing for them. At the end of August, we have had 88 young people in which we've accessed our intensive case management. So 88 young people that we've signed up that have been literally homeless since the beginning of the year. On a single night in 2023, this is off just a statistic, there's 34,703 unaccompanied youth that are homeless.
Say that one more time.
34,703 youth that are homeless, unaccompanied. And unaccompanied, for those that don't know, they do not have a home. They don't have a mommy, a daddy, a grandma, aunt, uncle, anybody who takes them and claims them as their own. To me, that's pretty damn sad. I'm sorry, I don't know if I was supposed to say that. Between 22 and 23, the number of unaccompanied youth increased by 15%. These estimates indicate that approximately 1 in 10 young people ages 18 to 24 and 1 in 30 youth ages 13 to 17 will experience homelessness each year. So that is a huge number, and if you think about our young people in our high school, really do the math, how many people are in our high school, figure that out, you're going to figure out how many we have the ability to be homeless. Not sure if the commissioners have any influence over the House Bill 1590 that's coming in, but I would really encourage support in this area. We, as the Youth Connection, have made a commitment to, over the next 2 years, to come up with a way to provide an unaccompanied housing space for them to have a safe night, and they can check themselves in. Regardless of the reason they're out on their own, they need protection, they are victimized. As a city, as a county, we need to do something to provide a safe place for them in our area. At some point, I would hope we could open a safe place. That, like I said, is our goal over the next 2 years. We are working to create a solution-focused system within our homeless response system by taking a stand to do something different. Our goal is to work together, not apart, and not work as a system as a whole. with the provider party that we did, we had a great start. And just so everybody knows, October 12th, this Saturday, not this Saturday, the following Saturday, October 12th, we're having a men's mental health awareness time. Thank you.
Wow, perfect time.
It is this Saturday though, isn't it? Yeah, it's,
Three
it,
minutes.
just so everybody knows, the event is this Saturday.
See?
Yeah, that's all right.
Easter Fest blew me off.
No, it got a lot of us. Monty, please, come forward, say your name, perhaps where you're from.
My name is Monty Ritter. I'm from Shelton. I live on top of Capitol Hill. I'm on the Mason County side, but in the Shelton urban growth area. For a little history, back in 2005, I was on the City of Shelton Citizens Advisory Committee, putting together a comp plan for their Parks Department. The most requested item for the Park Department at the time from the people of Shelton was a trail from the Mason County recreational area into the high school. Back in 2009, I sat in on the Mason County Park Board. The most requested trail for us was a trail from Shelton all the way up to Belfair. Working with Commissioner Netherland, we tried from the Belfair side going south towards Allen to, we tried to start off with that trail, and while that did not work out, we ended up dropping the idea of having a trail from Shelton to Belfair from our comp plan during COVID, because so many things got messed up during COVID. So we no longer have this component on our comp plan, so we cannot have access to some RCO grant money and some other funds that are out there that we could use to do this. I've reached out to our Mason County Park Board and let them know that there is an opportunity to go forward with this trail again if they would can address this issue. I've talked with the county and I've sent something to Cassidy at the Park Board, at the Parks Department, to bring it in front of everybody. I look forward to talking to my new neighbors on Peacock Ridge and Capitol Hill. Phil Smart has bought over 18 properties on Capitol Hill, and he has hundreds of acres now on Peacock Ridge. And if I can explain to him that we can maybe connect the two places together, it would allow him to build a little bit better, more dense units, and also we have an opportunity to make this trail go not only from Mason County recreational area to the high school by the Olympic College of Shelton, but across Upper Canyon Creek to Capitol Hill and down the side to the Mason County, the marina down at the Shelton Marina, where we can actually join the trail that Shelton is putting in from the marina all the way out Goldsboro Creek. So it's possible that with everybody knowing about this, we could all work together. I'm saying this so that everybody knows what's happening, and I'm looking forward to maybe having people join me on the 24th in this chamber for the park board meeting. We'll have 3 minutes. If it's not on the agenda, we'll have 3 minutes so that we can voice our support, I hope. And I want to thank you all for your support, and Mackenzie for helping me go forward and getting this in front of Cassidy and Mark. Thank you too, sir. Okay, everyone.
Thank you. Is there anybody else in the room who would like to speak to the commission on an item that is not on the agenda? If so, please raise your hand and I'll call on you. I see none. Is there anybody in Zoom who would like to talk to the commission and the public on any item that is not on the agenda? If so, please raise your hand or unmute yourself, say your name, and I will call on you. If there's anybody in Zoom who would like to speak to the commission on any item not on the agenda, please unmute yourself, say your name, and I will call on you. Hearing none, we will move forward to item number 6, which is the adoption of today's agenda.
Mr. Chair, I move that we adopted the agenda as presented.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded for the adoption of the agenda as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Item number 7, approval of the minutes.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of the September 9th, September 16th, and September 23rd, 2024 briefing minutes, and September 10th and September 24th, 2024 regular meeting minutes as presented.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded for the approval of September 9th, September 16th, and September 23rd, 2024 briefing minutes, as well as the September 10th and September 24th regular meeting minutes as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Next up, we have the approval of the action agenda. All items on the action agenda will be read to the public, after which you'll be given an opportunity to ask a question to decide whether you want to have it taken off for a separate vote. Or if you want to have it taken off for a separate vote, you'll be given that opportunity as well. Remember, if you want to testify, you will have to have it taken off for a separate vote in order to be able to testify on the issue. With that being said, I will take items number 8.1 through 8.8. Commissioner Trask, if you will take 8.9 through 8.16, and Commissioner Schutte 8.17 to the end. Item number 8.1, approval of warrants and treasurer's electronic remittance. Claims, clearing fund. Warrant number 8107718-810 through 8107987, the amount $1,341,267.66. Direct deposit fund, warrants number 109912 through 110315, the amount $930,675.61. Next up is salary clearing fund, warrants number 7008398 through 7008423, the amount $628,446.40. Treasurers, electronic remittance, $191,510.19. Item number 8.2, approval for the clerk's office to upgrade from next generation jury systems to web generation jury system. Item number 8.3, approval of the substance use mobile outreach of Mason County Home Service Program expansion proposal. Item number 8.4, approval for public health to host an open house ribbon cutting for Building 13 on Friday, October 11th, 2024. Item number 8.5, approval of the lead pay request for Kathy Chassé, Community Development Program Support Technician Jeannie McFarland, Community Development Senior Permit Specialist Mariah Frazier, Community Development Office Specialist Julie Cheney, Community Development Planner Scott Rudy, Community Development Senior Planner and Joshua Luck, Community Development Building Inspector 4. Item number 8.6, approval of the Memorandum of Understanding MOU with Teamsters Local 252 Prosecute and Attorney Support Staff to address the Western Conference of Teamster Pension Trust required language amendments. Item number 8.7, approval of the ABA Cleaning Service Contract Amendment for additional cleaning services for a 2-year contract extension extending December 31st, 2026 for a total cost of $208,835. Item number 8.8, approval of a grant, Public Utility District number 3, PUD3, with easement for parcel number 12221-75-00110 for the purpose of installing a new power pole, as well as a tree trimming permit for any brush clearing needed to do so.
Item 8.9, approval for the chair to sign the 2025 take-home vehicle requests for Aaron Tesh, Kelly Frazier, Jeremy Seymour, Grant Deshawn, Rod LaRue, Roy Byerly, Pete Metcalf, and John Ronald. Item 8.10, approval of the letters to request for Public Utility District Number 1's application for the Energy Programs in Communities grant through the Washington State Department of Commerce for 2 grid resiliency projects, Seal Rock OH to URD line conversion and Georgestad substation. Item 8.11, approval of amendment number 2 to the interagency number K3547 between Washington State Department of Agriculture, Mason County, and Mason County Noxious Weed Control Board to transfer $4,000 from contracted services to supplies, equipment, and travel and salary, wages, and benefits. Item 8.12, approval of the movement of up to $1 million in the 2024 Sheriff's Office budget from salaries and benefits to operating, leaving capacity to move an additional budget amount up to $50,000 until the end of 2024 per resolution number 26-17. Approval of a 2024 budget amendment of $300,000 in the Sheriff's Office to cover outsourcing costs to Nisquality, and approval of a 2024 budget amendment of $600,000 to the Office of Public Defense to cover contract cost increases. Item 8.13, approval to set a public hearing for Tuesday, November 5th, 2024 at 9:15 to consider the rezone of 325 acres of rural residential 10 to rural residential 5. Item 8.14, approval of the resolution setting a hearing date for the hearing examiner for Wednesday, November 20th, 2024 at 1 p.m. via Zoom to consider public comment on road vacation number 419. Item 8.15, approval for Public Works to convert a central storage specialist job position to a mechanic job position. And item 8.16, approval of the private line occupancy permit granting permission for the proposed septic transport line to cross under North Shore Road for address 11241 North Shore Road in Belfair on parcel number 32224-50-00051 to parcel number 32224-50-00005.
Mr. Chair, item 8.17, approval of the resolution designated certain low-volume unpaved county access roads as primitive county roads. Item 8.18, approval of the resolution amending the Mason County Veterans Advisory Board operating policy and procedures per the recommendation of the Veterans Advisory Board. Item 8.19, approval to submit the Joint Aquatic Resources Permit Application Form to the Department of Natural Resources for aquatic use authorization on DNR managed aquatic lands. Item 8.20, approval of the letter of support for Public Utility District Number 3's applications for the energy programs in communities grant through the Washington State Department of Commerce to upgrade the Pioneer Substation, which serves the Pioneer School District, Shorecrest, Agate, Timber Lakes, Spencer Lake, Phillips Lake, Harstein Island, and other communities. Item 8.21, approval of the resolution increasing the Mason County Parks Field use rates by 3.1%, beginning January 1st, 2025. Item 8.22, approval of the Walker Park host agreement with Scott and Chris Hewitt from October 3rd, 2024 through December 31st, 2026. Item 8.23, approval of the Mason County Recreational Area Park host agreement with Carrie and Lucia Goodwin from October 3rd, 2024 through December 31st, 2026. And item 8.24, approval to participate in Washington County Risk Pool's optional $5 million excess of $20 million policy for October 1st, 2024 through January 1st, 2026.
Now that all items have been read into the record, this is your opportunity to decide whether to have it taken off for a separate vote, or if you want to testify to have it taken off for a separate vote. Is there anybody in the room who who has a question of anything on the agenda there, or would like to take something off for a separate vote? Please raise your hand and I'll call on you. I see nobody in the chambers. On the Zoom land, if there's anybody that has a question or would like to have an item taken off for a separate vote, this is your opportunity to do so. Please unmute yourself, say your name, or raise your hand and I will call on you. If there's anybody in Zoom who would like to have an item taken off for a separate vote so that you can testify, please unmute yourself, say your name, and I will call on you. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of today's action agenda items 8.1 through 8.24 as read.
I'll second.
It has been moved and seconded for the approval of all action agenda items 8.1 through 8.24 as read. Any comments?
Wow.
Wow. I wanted to repeat that in case somebody heard. No, just kidding. Okay, no comments. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Next up is other business. Item number 9, department heads or elected officials. Are there any department heads or elected officials in the room who would like to speak to the community or the commission at this time? Please step forward, tell them who you are, and
Good morning, Commissioner. Steve Dunkel, Mason County Auditor. Hey, just want to let everybody know, ballots go out today. So I want to encourage every eligible U.S. citizen to get out and vote. It's our duty, and if you need help with registration or voting, call me, call the office. We're ready to help. Thank you very much.
thank you, Mr. Auditor. Please.
Good morning, Dave Winda, Mason County Public Health and Human Services. And now that it's official, voted on, please come and join us on Friday at 1 o'clock for a ribbon cutting at our new location, 3200 Katy Road. We're on the hospital grounds. This is a great partnership between Mason County Public Health and Mason Health. So it's a partnership with the building. We'll be adding clinical services. Please come up, take a tour through the building, look at our new clinic spaces, and say hi to the staff.
Thank you. Is there anybody else in the room who would like to speak, any department head or elected official? Hearing none. Is there a department head or elected official on Zoom that would like to speak to the commission? If so, please raise your hand or unmute yourself, say your name, and I will call on you. If there's anybody that is a department head or elected official who would like to speak on Zoom, now is your opportunity. Unmute yourself, say your name, and I will call on you. Hearing none, we will move forward. There are no hearings today, so we will move forward to board reports and calendars. Commissioner Schutte, if you wouldn't mind starting us off, Commissioner Trask, and then myself.
Sure, thanks, Mr. Chair. Looking forward over the next 2 weeks, have a MACECOM Board of Directors meeting, IT Steering Committee, EDC Board meeting, be it the Public Health ribbon cutting, have the Mason County Crisis System Work Group, Mason Transit Authority Board meeting, Hood Canal Coordinating Council, my regular check-in with the BHASO staff leadership, be at the Chamber Candidate Forum on 10/16, and then Marie has reminded me that I have signature verification training on October 17th as well. And that wraps it up before our next commission meeting. Sure, there's a couple of elected official meeting and things like that that will also be noticed.
All right. Later on, we have budget talks. Tonight, my granddaughter has a soccer game. It's at home. So, Shelton, show your support for our soccer girls. Come out. Local emergency planning meeting. I think that's tomorrow. And I have a meeting with constituents and staff later that day. Please go to Turning Point. They're hosting the business after hours on Wednesday night. So, I can't say enough about Turning Point, but it should be fun, and I know that you'll enjoy it. Also, speaking of Turning Point, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and so I just want people to know that 1 in 4 women are typically abused, 1 in 7 men are, that's the average, are abused. So watch your neighbors, watch your friends, just keep an eye open. Let's make sure that our people are safe. Sunday, our church has a bake sale, which is always amazing food. Monday briefings, Wasatch Virtual. Happy birthday, Randy, on the 15th. Elected officials director meeting. We have our MTA meeting in Belfair. On Tuesday, Turning Point fundraising committees, lodging tax meeting. Man, it's a good thing I'm not an auctioneer. On Wednesday, Public Works Board Executive Committee meeting, Area Agency on Aging meeting, Public Works Board Broadband meeting, Huff and Puff Trail rededication, and that's on Friday the 18th, 11:30 at the Huff and Puff Trail. Be there, be square. Our church is having their Gateway Fall Fest. My sister-in-law's birthday is Saturday the 19th, so happy birthday, Nancy. And then Sunday, we're having some people bought an auction dinner, or a dinner from an auction, and so we're fulfilling that commitment. Should be good food. Monday's briefings, Wasatch Virtual Assembly, and then we're back for a commission meeting.
Couple of things that we did of note. We all attended a code enforcement workshop. We also attended a workshop for our non-represented for their class and composite and pay. Just got stuck, sorry guys. I did go down and attend that library meeting. I also attended a Eagle Scout meeting. I gotta tell you, I'm so proud of them. Belfair sure has a lot of Eagle Scouts. They just do really well, and they're led by a young man who I watched grow up and go through the ranks to do what he's done. And it's so funny that now he's united those Boy Scouts out there, and they've really become quite a troop. I remember him being a student on the school board. He actually was representing. He was the first one to represent the students out there. I thought that was pretty impressive. So we did that, and we did another budget workshop and the like. Coming up here, we have another budget workshop. I have Olympic Regional Clean Air Authority, and then they have a meeting with North Mason School Districts from the bond committees. Realtor housing issues, ribbon cutting for the health department. Mason Benson Club, I'll be speaking there. We have our briefings. Mason Transit Authority, an audit committee meeting, Chamber, Rotary, League of Women Voter Speed Dating, as was mentioned. North Mason Chamber is also having a forum as well. And there's a forum up in Lake Cushman. Then I have a Peninsula Regional Transportation Organization meeting, and then I will be popping in maybe on the Wasatch virtuals. With that, that brings us back and we start all over again. Anything further? Then I will entertain a motion.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Hearing no objection, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
I know what else I wanted to ask you.